Hi, I'm back. This is my journey to self-storage facility business. Want to talk about how I'm going to get started. I've done a lot of internet searching. There are a couple of gurus that I've come across on YouTube. Scott Myers. I've seen a lot with Mark Helm, and somehow I came across a post that Peter Lindahl actually had self-storage home study courses. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with Scott Myers. I did a lot of research. I drive myself crazy sometimes. I sat on the internet probably 8 hours straight yesterday just searching stuff about self-storage. Pretty much Scott Myers and David Lindahl. I hope that's his name. I hope it's not Peter. I think it's David Lindahl. Both of their courses cost $1,000. Okay, I'm like, okay, there's got to be some type of cheaper way to get a home study course. Somebody should have at least $200 off or something off. So my 8 hours, 9 hours, however many hours on the internet paid off. I was able to find some website somehow, some way that I was able to buy Scott Myers' course for $130. Don't ask me how. It came up, and I bought it. I was like, okay, well, this saved me $870. I'm sure I'm going to have to pay out even more money later on because on the stuff that I was Googling about David Lindahl, he was talking about using yellow letters or direct mailing systems. So I'm like, okay, so that's going to be a cost. I didn't really see that in the previews up on Scott Myers' course. So I got a great discount on that. I know it was a bootleg company. I think it was somebody from Singapore. I hate to, make people not get all the money that they're entitled to, but, $1,000 straight out, it's hard. I would have did it, but hey, I found it, so I just went ahead and went with it. And also when I was Googling, because I wanted to find out like what is the mentor. I think one of the key things that's gonna make me succeed is to get a mentor. And so I was Googling yesterday, and Scott Myers, somebody said, oh, I went to one of his boot camps, and it was for $100,000, for the 101 guaranteed to buy a property. And then they had a cheaper one that was $25,000. I'm like, $25,000 for a cheaper one? This is insane. I can't believe that you have to pay that kind of money to get success or to have people help you. And then I wonder if it's even worth it, because I'm like, I purchased the thing for $130. It is an older version. I think it's from 2009, because he said by 2009 he wanted to have, a certain type of thing. So it's probably even before 2009. He wanted to have so many square feet of self-storage space. So it is an older version. I know in the mini course he mentioned about giving a business plan free of charge. It was not in the package that I got for $130. So that was one of the things that I was hoping that I was going to get, because I think I'm going to have, a hard time getting a business plan together, because I want something that's very professional. I want it to be accurate. I want it to be, right for this type of industry. So I guess I need to start working on that now. So by the time I end the course, it'll be totally, ready. And then also when I was listening to podcasts from Scott Myers, he was saying that he spent $150,000 on education. And I'm like, oh my goodness, he spent $150,000 on real estate education. He started off with Carlton Sheets back in the day, I guess in the early 90s, and he had success. But I'm like, $150,000? That's a lot of money. And I know you're saying $150,000, you're talking about buying a self-storage facility, and that's millions, or a possibility of millions. But I'm just trying to get my mindset, because, what's the difference between 100,000 and a million, So I just need to be able to get my mind wrapped around it, because it is an intimidating number, but I know that I can achieve it, and that I'm worthy to be able to get a $1 million place. But So I think that's it. I did do Scott Meyer's mini course. It's a 6-part course about, you know, the self-storage industry, buy, sell, funding, that type of thing. And I'm still thinking about this mentorship, and I'm like, okay, I'm not trying to give up my retirement for a $150,000 education, but I don't know. Maybe I need to be willing to, if I'm gonna have the opportunity to make $1 million. Will you give up $100,000 or $150,000 to make $1 million? Or will I be able to make $1 million? Is it like they really say it is? I don't know, but that's some things I'm gonna have to get myself together on, being, you know, just affirmations and just saying, okay, you're just like anybody else. Any of those people who went to college and had, you know, MBAs and marketing experience and all of that. Yes, you can obtain something that's $1 million. But trying to see. I think that might be all that I was gonna say. I'm just gonna be persistent. I'm gonna do my affirmations every day. Just get me in that mindset of that you can achieve this. I know I'm gonna have to do a direct marketing campaign, so I'm gonna be very steadfast with that and do that on a monthly basis. Right now, I don't know how much it's gonna cost. I don't know how many names are in the database. He said, Scott Meyers in one of his tapes said, you know, he's willing to drive 2 hours within a 2-hour radius of where he's located at. So I guess I need to get the names of every storage facility within 2 hours of me. I think that's it. Just wanted to say that Scott Meyers did, on one of the podcasts, he had recommended some books that he liked, and I just want to put this on here. And I plan on reading these books. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon. I think it's Napoleon Hill. I do have that one on Audible, audio tape of it. I'm in a lot of traffic all the time. I don't have time to read books, so I listen to these books on traffic. So Think and Grow Rich, I will listen to that one again. He liked the book The E-Myth by Michael Gerber. I'm gonna get that one. One is called Good to Great by Jim Collins. Another one was Art of the Deal by Donald Trump. Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And The Candlestick Course by Steve Nissen. And then he also mentioned Jim Rohn. I need to definitely look him up on YouTube. Richard Branson and Carlton Sheets. So I'm gonna continue my education. Reading is key. That's how you find out what you need to know. I guess they say put it in a book and people won't find out. So I will be reading every last one of these books, and I'm gonna have to probably go through some of them 2 or 3 times. I also plan on going through this course 2 or 3 times. So I think that's all that I wanted to say for right now. Just want you guys to know I'm not a public speaker, so if you hear me saying a lot, please disregard it. Give me a pass. Hopefully I get better over time. But if you have any comments, concerns, questions, please don't hesitate to put them at the bottom, and I will respond or get back with you one way or another. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.